What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Savvy channel. I'm Craig. We're going to be going over the markets. Before we begin, make sure you guys take a second out, smash that thumbs up. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and tick that little notification bell that will get you notified when I post new videos. Now, we're going to talk about, can the markets keep climbing? What will that look like? We'll talk about that towards the end, what Bitcoin would look like if the markets kept climbing and how high it could go. Or have the markets topped out or very, very close to topping out? And what does that look like in the markets? We're also going to take a look at the short-term trade that we've been looking at and watching for over a month now. And then we'll take a look at that tweezer top on the monthly also. And then you guys let me know what you think. Have we topped out for Bitcoin, or are the markets going to continue to pump and shove Bitcoin up a little bit more? Well, let's take a look. One of the things that happens when markets crash is that highly speculative assets, even gold and silver, crash with the market. They don't crash quite as hard, but speculative markets like crypto crash extremely hard. We'll take a look at what that might look like if the markets crash from here. So let's get into it. All right, so here we are. This is gold, and this is the 2008 crash. Now, on the thumbnail, I put recession or depression. I believe one or the other is coming, and I believe it's probably going to be more like a depression. But again, if they can keep lying about everything, saying that the markets are doing great, the economy is doing awesome, which how is the economy really doing? Let me know in the comments below. How your neighbors are doing, how your friends are doing, how your family's doing. Inflation, that we get these fake inflation numbers and whatever. Guys, the media is totally 100% lying to us about these numbers. If you take a step back, don't listen to the news, and look at how life is compared to a few years back, big difference, guys. If that continues up, a lot of people think that a recession is a bad thing. They think a recession's such a bad thing, when really we need a recession to get rid of inflation and to get things to calm down. If it doesn't happen and this continues to push up, it's just going to make it worse. So let's take a look at what happened to gold. Gold in 2008 dropped 34%. Yes, it didn't lose as much as you would have lost in a lot of other assets, but it still dropped with the markets. And do you think when it pushed up right here that everybody was scared, thinking it was going to go down? No, they were super bullish, calling for crazy Bitcoin numbers or crazy gold numbers. Like, I've seen some numbers as high as 20,000 for gold. I just don't see that. But if you do, let me know why. All right, let's take a look at silver. Silver in 2008 crashed 60%, right? And as you can see, it hovered up here at the top for a while. People were probably super excited, and you can see what happened, 60%. Now, let's take a look. That's in a recession. That was in the Great Financial Crisis, right? This is what the Great Depression looked like. And if we have something like this, which is extremely possible, not saying it can't go up a little bit higher first, but as you can see here back in the 29, right, we had our high, our low, our higher high, our lower low, and then a huge, huge bubble right here. I'm sorry, that's now. And over here on the right is back in the Great Depression, right? We had our high, our low, our higher high, our lower low, huge bubble, and then a pop. I do believe things are going to pop. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. That is when you can make the most amount of money and get in on the bull run for the next 100 years. If this 100-year cycle is correct, which of course this is not financial advice, but I'm telling you how I'm looking at the markets, what I'm doing. I've been saying for years, I'm getting into cash, waiting for the crash, right? If you guys are interested in trading, before we look at this trade setup, check out Prime XBT, links down below. By using my link, you can get up to a $7,000 bonus, 25% off your trading fees. Definitely check them out. You can trade the traditional markets, Forex, crypto, everything, all from one exchange. All right, this is the count I showed you guys a month ago. It's been a little over a month now, waiting for that fourth wave down to about 51.7 to 52,000. and then our bounce up to 56 to 60,000 for this wave 4, and then a continuation down, this 5 wave count ending at 4285. Contrary to YouTube belief, I don't think Bitcoin's going to zero. I don't think Bitcoin's useless. I do think that all the crap has got to get washed out, and there will be much lower buying prices for Bitcoin, in my opinion, before, it can really succeed. This 5 waves, I believe, is just wave 1. If you look here in the RSI, it looks like we are just tracking within this falling channel. We're at the top of it right now, right? So this 5 waves would end up being 1 wave. There's your 1 wave right there. We could get a rally up to 67, 68,000 for wave 2, and then our continuation to the downside. I still believe the bottom could be as low as 3,700. Somewhere between 37 and 9,700 is where I look for the true bottom, if I'm correct in my wave count. Now, the tweezer top on the monthly, as I've been saying, it has to, the candle after this tweezer top, right, cannot go above 66, or that would invalidate it. The next candle can go above 66, right? Because obviously we can get to 66, 67, 68 before the continuation down. But this candle right here, I believe, will confirm confirm the tweezer top on the monthly, as long as we don't get the monthly over 66,000. What would that look like? As you can see over here, here's the Amazon and the weekly and the .com bubble. This, I believe, to be the crypto bubble. Same thing. We had our 3 highs, right? And what would it look like if this plays out like this? Something like this, right? Huge crash. This was a 90, almost a 95% correction. If we did the same for Bitcoin, that would get us to approximately 4,200 on this, right? Not saying that's going to have to go that low, but again, I still believe that it's possible we get to 35 to 9,700. So be cautious, be careful, and just at least give it a thought, because what if it does happen? What will you do? What are you going to be safe? Is there a spot where you're looking to get out if you are holding Bitcoin? Is there a level that you're willing or looking at to get out if things do turn around, which I think is a very good possibility? Here's another chart. I've showed you guys this. You can look back at the past videos at this indicator, but it has, every time these cross over and throw the red dot out, you get a top. I do believe that is a very good possibility. Now, in the bullish case that the markets continue up, I've showed you guys the distribution schematics of Wyckoff, right? This is distribution schematic number 2, and if we look at that here, right here is what it would look like. That would show us getting to one more high, possibly 76, 78, if this sign of weakness holds. But remember, if we lose that sign of weakness, 62, where is that, 56.2, 56.5, we'll just say, if we lose that, obviously this is what I'd be looking for. Just crash from here, right? But again, if this holds and the markets continue up, we could get up to see this. Now, that's schematic number 2. Schematic number 1 shows us 2 more highs possible. Let me show you that in this right here. So as you can see, we would get, if this sign of weakness down here holds, you would get a up thrust to that 76,000-ish. These are not exact numbers. Get another push down, and then one more push to the high at 77 to 80,000 range. Again, if the markets continue to push up. And here is what that looks like on the schematic right here. As you can see, it would show up something like this. But either way, still not seeing any possibility, in my thoughts, of $100,000 Bitcoin. I highly doubt that's going to happen, even if we push higher. I've been talking about this for a long time. Do your own research, and try not to get too emotional, because emotion will kill you in this market, or will unlive you in this market. Anyways, that's what I'm looking at, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. Smash that thumbs up. Leave your comments. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and make sure you tick that notification bell, because it will notify you when I post new videos. Have an awesome day. Check out the links that help the channel out below this video, and I will see you in the next one.